Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel again. Back with another live. I'm going to wait till some people get in here, and then we will get this started. Football day today, so hope that you guys were enjoying your weekend. So yeah, give me 1 second while I pull up the live so I can see the chat. And anybody who gets here early, let me know what your scent of the day is. 1 second. Let me know what your scent of the day. There we go. What's up, Scott? How you doing? What's going on this afternoon? Not much, honestly. I'm just watching football. But if you're saying afternoon, you might be in California. But with that said, I just was watching football today. I went out to eat with my daughter and my wife, and then I went to look for Polo Blue Parfum and for Ross from TLTG because he said he wanted it. And it was really cheap, but I guess that they pretty much took the price. It was like a after Christmas special, and it was $60 for a 4.2 ounce of the Polo Blue Parfum, along with a 1.7 ounce refill. But that 20% is no longer active, so it was $79.99, and he didn't want it, and either did I. But what's up, Dylan? What's up, Jamie? What's up, Clinton? What's up, Newt? Scent of the day is Tom Ford's Beau de Jour. Nice. I haven't actually tried that. I did try it. I'm wrong. I lied. I tried it whenever I was at the Nordstrom out near me. Chanel de Bleu. Bleu de Chanel. Nice. Creed Viking from a decant. How do you like that one, Clinton? I have Viking cologne. I had a Viking decant, but I gave it away to somebody before I even tried it. But I did try it at Nordstrom. I like the Viking cologne better than the original Viking. Not a big fan of the original Viking, to be honest with you. Dylan, I am going to talk about my fragrance outlet story, so thank you for reminding me. What's up, Hamzat? Yeah, let's go Giants. Giants just beat the Minnesota Vikings, and there was 2 other good games. I mean, I'm actually kind of happy the Steelers didn't make the playoffs because the Jacksonville Jaguars came back from 27-0 down and ended up winning the game, which was nuts. And if they were going to do it against anybody, it was the Chargers. The Giants just beat the Vikings, which was huge. I mean, the Vikings were awesome for the first 3 quarters of the year, and then they kind of went downhill, so that's not a surprise. And Saquon Barkley is repping where I went to college, Penn State, so always good. For those of you who don't know, I started my college at Pitt, and then I went to Penn State, which is kind of funny. Scent of the day, Amir, you're drugged. Never actually heard of that one. I'm in the state of Oregon right now. Right above California, I think. Yeah, it is. What's up, Aussie Fragrance? I like it quite a bit. Not sure if I get a bottle, though. Yeah, I don't think it's full bottle worthy, for my opinion. I was on Ross from TLTG's live yesterday. I kind of got put in live stream prison because I was on there for an hour, and then I was like, hey, I'm going to go. And then everybody who was on the panel was like, no, you're not going to go run. You're going to stay on the stream. And I was like, but I need to run. So I ended up running for like about 45 minutes on the live stream. So I decided I was going to do my live tonight by myself. I didn't want to bring anybody else on. And I asked you guys just in case, and you guys felt the same way. I put a vote out to see if you guys wanted me to do this solo or if you wanted me to bring on a panel. So tonight, I'm not bringing on a panel. I'm just doing it myself. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different fragrances that were sent to me by Eddie that I'm going to be reviewing. So thank you, Eddie. And I did just see you in the chat. So what's up? What's up, dude? I'm glad that you were able to make it tonight. Yeah, my Eagles are going to take down those Giants. We will see. We will see. The Eagles are really good this year. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost because the Eagles in the playoffs, you just never know. Yeah, maybe another decant. Yeah, Giants are going to smoke Philly Pigeons. I don't know about that. I think that Philly's defense and their entire team, they have a complete team. And that's why they're winning, is because their team is just so complete. While their quarterback is not necessarily the best quarterback in the league, on that team, you don't need the best quarterback. You just need an above average quarterback, which he is. I'm glad I could make it too. What up, Newt? Scent of the day is, yeah, everybody else, if you just joined, tell me your scent of the day. Today, I wore nothing until about 4 o'clock. So I just got up. I got up at noon today. Last night, Fragrance Fight Night, Alan from Fragrance Fight Night, he called and or texted me and all that at like 3 a.m. or something like that. And I was sleeping. And then I guess he wanted to come on my live stream today. And I'll get him on here some other time. But yeah, and then he texted me, thought that I was ignoring him at like, I think like 11:15. I was like, dude, I work 13-hour days during the week. So on weekends, I'm sleeping until noon. I feel like I'm not a kid, but me, my wife, and my daughter all sleep until noon on the weekends. It's just what it is. Good evening, Kevin from Lakeland, Florida. I think I'm going to know the entire geography of Lakeland, Florida. I see you all the time. Lakeland, Florida. Lakeland, Florida. My brother's from around that area. Paco Rabanne, Victory. Just sprayed it now. Nice. Invictus Victory Elixir. I keep looking for it. I'm going to Macy's tomorrow just to see, because as you guys know, my Macy's got 3 fragrances in. Most Wanted, Parfum, and I can't remember the other 2, but they got them in before they were even released last year. So I'm going to check tomorrow. I know they are released right now in Europe because 2 of my subscribers already sent me pictures that they had them. So we should be getting them soon. Your drug, Paris Corner clone by Killian Intoxicated. Nice. I have a Paris Corner that I'm going to be talking about tonight, but I can hardly ever find it. Welcome to Moe's, Detroit sports fan. What's going on? Roja Elysium. No, I love Roja Elysium. If I had to pick a top 5 fragrances for the spring and summer, Roja Elysium is definitely there. But where I live right now, you can't really wear it. But Roja Elysium is fan-freaking. It's better than Aventus. It's better than Hachivat. It's better than all of them, to be honest with you. Aqua de Jo Absolute. Probably the best Aqua de Jo out there, to be honest with you. It's underrated. It's underhyped. It is your date night, kind of like a mix between Aqua de Jo and something like Rasasi Hawas. It's that kind of ambery, fruity, aquatic without the fruitiness. Add in that Aqua de Jo DNA, but only slightly. Very beautiful fragrance. What's going on, my dudes? What's up, Luke? What's up, Jim? Who else we got? Did I miss anybody? Nope. Scent of the day, the One Luminous Night. I actually almost chose that. But anyway, what I was saying is I didn't wear a fragrance until 4 o'clock. Then I had my wife pick out my fragrance. And right now, I'm wearing YSL Live because I'm about to run, and that is my favorite fragrance to run here in my garage. It's not necessarily a bold choice if you're going to the gym. But if you have a built-in gym in your garage, then you don't really need to. And my favorite is YSL Live, which, to be honest with you, is probably the best in the line. YSL Les Parfums is hand in hand with it if you're looking for something just a little bit darker. But YSL Live is not sold in the United States, but it is probably the best. It's like a mix of like Invictus and the YSL Eau de Parfum. It's beautiful. What else? What did I wear today, though? Oh, Mercedes-Benz Club Black is not Club Black. Sorry, Bulgari Man in Black is on my actual clothes that I'm wearing after this. It's a really nice, kind of like a spice bomb, but heavier on the spiciness. It has a little bit of a sweetness, some leather. Really good fragrance. It's like warm, spicy, woody leather. Really nice. Detroit sports fan. Moot. Great group of heavy hitters tonight. Nice, everybody. Thank you for joining the chat. 22 people in here. I just found out, so I never ask you guys to hit the like button on my lives. I kind of find it redundant. But with that said, I just found out that if you hit the like button on my live stream, it puts it on more people's home pages. So if you don't want to, don't feel the need to. But if you could hit the like, it'll just put it on more people's pages and we'll get more people talking in the chat. That's pretty much it. But I honestly don't care. I finally ordered Y Live is my wife's favorite in the line. Y Fresh for me. You know what's funny, Aussie Fragrances, is that my wife actually picked out, I said pick out a fragrance, and she picked out YSL YO Fresh. But I said, that's a little bit fresh though. And she goes, No, yeah, but I want you to wear it. It's too fresh. I was like, but it's too fresh. I said, it's 18 degrees outside. And she's like, fine, go with my other one then. And I was like, which one? She's like, the one that's kind of sweet. And I said, oh, okay. Well, they're all pretty sweet, but I know which one you meant. And it was Y Live. Those are her two favorites. Luminous Night is really nice. It is really nice. When you first get Luminous Night, though, it's hard. It's difficult to overcome that deepness. It's very deep and dark. And so when you first get past that, it takes a few wears. The more you wear it, the better it gets. Detroit sports fan. I'm sure you can't go wrong either. Okay, so I got through most of the... Oh, I showed Y Live to my daughter tonight. She really liked it. Yeah, it's really good. I'm still stuck at dinner service, so slow. Oh, sorry, Mo. Hopefully you get that better dinner service. But what I was going to say is, so a few of you guys wanted to know the full story of when I went to get my fragrances. So I did a video the other day where I did a fragrance haul. I went to an outlet mall near me called Tanger Outlets, which I know is a chain. And you guys wanted to know the full story of what happened because I kind of talked about it in my Dior Homme Intense video. But I'll just kind of tell you guys now. So Fragrance Outlet is a place that they sell, if you're looking for hard to find clones and pretty much niche fragrances, Creed Aventus, stuff like that, and you don't have a Nordstrom's around you, you're looking for, I would say a good deal, but not really. They're mostly clones and designers that are hard to find, like Dior Homme Intense and Dior Homme Parfum. YSL Y Blue Electrique, or YSL L'Homme, La Nuit de L'Homme Blue Electrique. What am I thinking? They have that type of stuff. But anyway, I go in there only if I have to. And my mom got me this shopping spree for there. So I went there. It was a gift card that she got that she won. She gave it to me for Christmas. And I went into Fragrance Outlet because I wanted to get Dior Homme Intense because Mo sent me a decant. I loved it and I wanted it immediately. And instead of buying it from somewhere that's going to take like 2 weeks to arrive, I decided I was going to buy it there. But I know every time I walk into that store, they always, and I mean always, say to me, hey, have you tried Armoff's Ombre Oud Intense? And for those of you who don't know, because that's not a fragrance that's heard a lot in the fragrance community, because it's sold overseas a lot, but in the United States, Fragrance Outlet has a contract with Armoff where they are the only ones allowed to sell it in the United States. And so if you don't know, it's a clone of Xerjoff's Herba Pura, which is the same as Al Haramain's Amber Oud Gold Edition. But anyway, Armoff Ombre Oud Intense, every time I go in there, she goes, you want to smell this? And I said, the first time I said, yeah, sure. And I was like, yeah, that smells good. But that smells similar to something I already own. And she was like, it's a really good niche fragrance. And at that point in time, I knew what Armoff was already. And so I was like, Armoff isn't niche, it's a clone. And they almost kicked me out. She wouldn't talk to me, none of that. And so every time I would go in there, I would kind of ignore that lady and talk to somebody else, but they would always mention Ombre Oud Intense. And so this time I went in there, there was somebody else. And so I waited. And then she came up to me and goes, hi, yes, would you like to try Ombre Oud Intense? And I was like, no, I've already tried that before. Why do you push that on me all the time? And she goes, well, because it's actually really good. It's a really good niche fragrance. And I said, I'm a fragrance reviewer. Armoff Ombre Oud Intense is a clone of Xerjoff's Herba Pura. And she looked at me and she goes, you think you know everything? Because Armoff is a niche house. I said, they're actually not. They're a clone company. I said, you can look it up anywhere. I can tell you 50 fragrances that they make and what they're clones of. And I said, you know that. I know that. And so let's just move on. And she goes, what about Citizen Jack? I said, so you're pretty much pushing me on another Michael Malou fragrance that's inspired by Xerjoff's Herba Pura. And I was like, you're only doing that because you're trying to make money. And she's like, no. And she started stuttering. And then she went and she skipped over me and went to the next guy and stopped talking to me for about 20 minutes. And then finally, I skipped in front of the guy and I said, look, I need you to get me that Dior Homme Intense And I also need to get that Burberry London because it's 50% off. She goes, well, for you, I'm not doing the 50% off. And I said, why? And she goes, well, because you're acting like Mr. Know-It-All. And I was like, I'm just telling you that I'm not going to buy Arm Off Ombre Oud Intense for $137. And so I did a poll earlier. Whenever I first started my channel, I did a review on Ombre Oud Intense. And I did a poll of how many people in the fragrance community have went to Fragrance Outlet and how many of them have tried to get pitched the Ombre Oud Intense. And it was like 90-some% of the people said that they have been pitched Ombre Oud Intense. And so I wrote this big, long letter to the lady, their manager, about this entire situation. And I was like, they wouldn't even give me 50%. I had to have my wife go back in and purchase it. And they even gave my wife issues. But yeah, if you ever go to Fragrance Outlet, try to stay away from there unless you have to, because they are a horrible place that's only just trying to sell you things. And for people who, I feel bad because they were trying to sell this guy, Paco Rabanne's 1 million for $107. And it was a 1.7 ounce. I mean, their prices are usually decent. Like for Dior Homme Intense, I spent like $106. I think that's decent. They're a little bit more overpriced because, again, they have some specialty fragrances. But then they were talking, she was also talking about, she's like, well, if you don't want to try Ombre Oud Intense, you should try this new line of fragrances that we got. It's based around pepper and metallics, and it's a blue fragrance. And I said, so you're pretty much trying to push me on a clone of the Sauvage line now? And she was like, what do you want? And I was like, all right, I'm done with this. This is ridiculous. But yeah, if anybody's ever been to Fragrance Outlet, you already know what I'm talking about. They're all assholes there. But I feel bad for the people who go in there and actually buy Ombre Oud Intense thinking they just got a nice niche fragrance that's like a high-end, high quality, but it's really just a cheap-ass clone of a fragrance that should be $30. So yeah, it was terrible. But anyway, somebody wanted me to tell that story, so I told it. Now back to the real world. My collection is still boxed up. I'll get to unpack it. What's up, Hez? For those of you guys who do not know, Hez Binkovitz, I almost said Binkovitz again. Binkovitz is in the chat. He created a fragrance that I just reviewed the other day, Bourbon Street. And it smells like, and I said this in my video, like a mix between Stronger With You Absolutely and Angel Share. If you made Angel Share a little bit more masculine, it's focused around that bourbon. It has a nice sweetness to it. It has some apple. It has some spice. It has some tonka. It is a very beautiful fragrance, or vanilla. Very beautiful fragrance. It's the best subscriber made fragrance that I've ever tried. He's selling it on his site right now, hesparfums.com. And if you use code FragDoud15, you get 15% off. And he also has decants for $10. So if you want to try that, honestly, you should. Yeah, it's really interesting that he sent that to me because I honestly thought it was going to be trash, but it was really good. One of my favorite fragrances I've tried this year, to be honest with you. Set them straight, dude. Yeah. Elysium or Angel Share. Jim, I can't really pick between the two. It's like picking between spaghetti and oranges. I mean, Angel Share is your unisex amber boozy fragrance. Sweet, slightly spicy, boozy. And it's for the fall and winter. Elysium is your niche. I mean, they're both niche, but it's your niche, pretty much spring and summer fragrance for me, at least, because my fall and winters are really cold. You can be worn all year round, but if I had to choose, then I would say Elysium, just because it can be worn in more situations. But overall, yeah, I would say Elysium over Angel Share if I had to pick. But again, it's like spaghetti and oranges. They push Ombre Oud Intense on me every time as well. Yeah, that Michael, yeah, Citizen Jack. And the thing is that Michael Malol, which is the person who worked with Jensense to make Jet Black Enigma, he even came out and said that his fragrance Citizen Jack was inspired by Herba Pura, but he does it a little bit different. And honestly, it's not that great. It's good. It's like a pineapple fragrance, musky, stuff like that. exactly like the other one. It's not as fruit punchy, but Ombre Intense, they try to push those two fragrances because that's what they make the most money on. Yeah. Oh, Eddie, I didn't know what you were saying. Your collection is boxed up because you're moving. Okay, now I get it. That'd be fun though. Now you can put it out. You can dust off your shelves. You can get it clean. That'd be fun, honestly. I'm gonna get through the chat and then I'm gonna start reviewing some of these fragrances that Eddie sent me. Most of these are clones. 3 of them are under $20. Well, actually, 5 of them are under $20, but 3 of them are from the same line, and I love them. And I can't wait to tell you guys about them. Looking forward to all the new fragrances coming out soon. Valentina Born Aroma Intense will probably be what I purchase first. It seems good by the notes and description. It does. There's actually quite a few that look good. Bad Boy Elixir, Bad Boy Extreme, Invictus Victory Elixir, that Carolina Herrera one. There's actually 3 Carolina Herreras, but 2 look very promising. The one with coffee and the other one, I can't remember the name. Passion, maybe. And then the Givenchy Gentleman's Society. I know a lot of people are interested in that one. The Killian Blue Moon looks interested. I was talking with somebody on Ross's Live last night about Initio Paragon. And so I had a little bit left in my tester after I went and was talking with them. And I said, from what I remember, it's fruity, it's musky, it's nice. I like it. You should try it out before you buy it. And this guy was trashing it, saying it wasn't very good. But if you guys want to know, Initio Paragon is actually a pretty decent fragrance. I smelled it again last night. I only have a little baby bit of it, but it's a brand new release by Initio as of like 4 or 5 months ago. It's, again, fruity. It's musky. It's a little bit sweet. It's a nice fragrance. Looking at the Killian colognes, but I have a feeling they might be too much on the sweet side for my liking. Most of them are sweet, but you can also go with other ones like Black Phantom and stuff like that that are more of the darker, deeper, woodier type fragrances. They have that type of fragrance too. I mean, yes, they have their sweet line like then they have like Vodka on the Rocks and stuff, but they have the Angel Share and Apple Brandy on the Rocks that are on the sweeter side, but they do have their darker, deeper, normal type fragrances as well. And their new release that's coming out. What's up, Alan? Fragrance Fight Night. Your ears burning? What up, T-Frag? That's 2 out of 3 lives for you, T-Frag. I'm glad that you're coming back. Favorite Roja. For me, it's Elysium Parfum Pour Homme or Apex. I haven't tried very many. I do have Vetiver, and I do have Enigma, which is also Creation E. But for me, it's Elysium Parfum Pour Homme or Apex. I like Apex. It's your kind of ambery fougere. It's like the niche take on Sauvage Elixir, to be honest with you. I like that a lot. But I would say still Elysium Parfum Pour Homme is probably my favorite from Roja. I'm actually waiting to get a full bottle of that. I have huge decants of both Elysiums that were sent to me, but I need to find a good price because they're super expensive. Elysium is so versatile. I find the Parfum Pour Homme a little bit more versatile. Any new coming out from Mancera? Mancera Tonka Cola just released one, but I just acted like Mancera Tonka Cola was a company. Mancera Tonka Cola was just released. I reviewed it on my channel. It came out about a month ago, and I don't know if it actually was released in the United States yet. I'm not sure. But with that said, you can find it on eBay and online. It's not what I expected. I thought it would be like a nice cherry Coke fragrance, but really it's like a lemony, herby Coke. And then when it gets to the dry down, it's like a powdery fragrance, more powder than anything with a little bit of a Coke undertone. That's the best way to describe it, to be honest with you. Have you tried Jensen's fragrances? I haven't tried the new ones. I have tried Jet Black Enigma, and it was good, not great. That's just, he had that whole line of Galleria. I've tried every one of those. If you want to see my opinions, because I would spend forever going over them, I reviewed all of his Galleria fragrances in one video. So check that out after. But I'd probably be butchering it now because I haven't smelled them in a while. I do remember that coffee one was good. The By the Yuzu Grove was good. But yeah, I tried all those. But those were more a collaboration than his fragrances. The Michael Malone ones were pretty much, he had full creative adjustments on whatever he wanted to do. Fragrance industry is, wow, what did I just miss? Fragrance industry is like the auto industry, preying on people with a lack of info from the buyer. A lot of fragrance stores run on misleading people into buying clones so they can charge crazy prices. Yep. Well said, Paragon. Speaking of Initio Paragon, Paragon Fragrances, welcome. What's up, Douglas? Bourbon Street sounds great. Is it more boozy than Enigma? Yes, it is. Again, this is a subscriber-created fragrance. So don't expect to have like some crazy niche style bottle or anything. But with that said, the fluid inside it is beautiful. He made it really nice. It is more on the boozy side. I actually said in my video, if you want to see it, it was released like 4 or 5 days ago. When you first spray on Bourbon Street, it literally for the first minute smells like a smooth shot of Woodford Reserve bourbon. And then it mellows out, but bourbon is the main focus of the fragrance. A lot of fragrances that come out from designers and niche houses, if they say that it's like a boozy accord, usually it's in the background and it's not a huge boozy fragrance. This is a boozy fragrance. Yeah. Make sure to hit that like button. Yes. Thanks, Hez. For $40, you won't be disappointed. Yeah. Alan from Fragrance Fight Night also got that, so he liked it. Hez sent it to both of us, and so I'm glad I was able to help out. And not only that, is that sometimes when I do reviews of indie fragrances, like I reviewed all of the Imaginary Authors fragrances, and I got like 90 views on every one, which I don't give a shit about views, to be honest with you. If you guys view my video, great. If you don't, great. I just do this for fun. But with that said, I was expecting to maybe get 100 views because nobody knows about Bourbon Street or Hez Parfums, but it actually got a good amount of views on it. So I'm happy I was able to help him. I've got Black Phantom clone on the way. Stay tuned. Oh, yeah. I'm Newt. Newt said, I'm such a sucker for plum. I am a sucker for plum. It is my favorite fragrance note. It is my plum is my favorite fragrance note by far, whether it's used as a watery fruity plum or a warm fruity plum. There's actually many different versions of plum that you can find in fragrances. Some are fresher, some are deeper, some are darker, some are warmer. I love plum. Plum is great. You find it in things like Rosassi Havas, one of my favorite fragrances. L'Homme Ideal Extreme, one of my favorite fragrances. And then you can find it in something like Bad Boy Cobalt, stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, Hamzat, sorry I missed your comment. Love Paragon. The plum in that fragrance is great. Yes, there is plum in that as well. That's why I like it. Has anyone tried Kismet? I think you talking about that Latafa Kismet, the clone of Angel Share? I know somebody. I haven't personally tried it, T-Frag, but I know 4 or 5 people commented on my clone video talking about Latafa Kismet, if that's what you're talking. I think it's Now you got me confused. But yeah, I think that's what you're talking about, the Angel Share clone, and a lot of people were saying it is the best one out of all of them. I don't personally know, but that's what I'm hearing. I got a 5 milliliter decant of Initio Paragon a couple days ago, and I'm sold. Just had to pick up MFK Grand. Oh, yeah, you were the one talking about it, Newt. Newt, if you want to get Grand Soir for a good price, go on Facebook, sign up for the Venba Facebook group, and then message Kushik, who is the owner of Venba and the owner of that account, and ask him, say, I know FragranceDoud. He sent me this list that you had last month. Do you still have Grand Soir for $165? He might still sell it for you for that price. Just an FYI. I picked up Blue Ridge because I live in blue. Oh, yeah, you were the one that was telling me about that, Arnold. I like it. It's clean blue sandalwood, easy to wear. That's interesting. Do you think it's worth a full bottle and for me to review on my channel? Wanting to get a sample of Nishane Hasavat. Well, maybe I'll do a decant giveaway of the Hachivat next week. I'm probably going to give away a couple of these, which I need to get through this chat so I can start talking about them. What's up, Hanson? How you doing? Welcome. Hope you had a great weekend. Maybe the effervescent part, but that's it. Gotcha. Hey, Newt, $4.99, or let's just say $5, because they don't even let you do $4. But Yes. Thank you, Newt, for the chat. What is it even called? Super chat. Thanks for the super chat. Donation. Go straight to the channel. Anytime you guys donate, it goes right back into the channel, right, for the clones, for whatever it is. I'll just put it straight. It goes into my bank account and I buy fragrances. There's no Invictus vibe. Okay. Do you have any Zara stores in the USA? We don't have any Zara stores in my area. I know they have them in New York and California. I've been to one. With that said, I own a few Zara fragrances. I own the Warm Tobacco, whatever, Rich Warm Addictive. I also own, they sell a 2-pack. Zara does. It's a 2-pack for $25, 2 3.4-ounce fragrances. You get Zara Warm Black, which is an ambery leather fragrance, and then you get Navy Black, which is more of a fresher fragrance. But yeah, those are good. $165, Alan. Yeah, haven't you been checking my community tab? I posted that like 4 times in December. I have an affiliate link for Venba, but this has nothing to do with the affiliate link. You don't go to the site. You have to go to the Venba Facebook group. And then once a month, he posts prices of fragrances. For the Grand Soir, it was $165. For Melissa May Imperial, it was $170. So he posts them, and then you buy them straight from the owner. I will send you a decan. I think it's worth it. Awesome, Arnold. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you want my address, I mean, I'll definitely review it. I never expect anything, but it's always welcome. Just Instagram message me or email me, depending on what you have, and I'll send you my address. Yeah, Alan, it's a really good price. I missed it myself because I was picking up Ross's fragrances, and I don't want to make more than one niche fragrance pickup a month. And I just picked up Lost Cherry as well. All right, we're at the bottom. Zara 9.0 is a nice iris fragrance. Yeah, I haven't tried many other Zaras than the ones I've tried. So, speaking of Eddie, who I just read his comment, I need to take this glove off. Nice Adidas new gloves. But I actually got 4 new outfits yesterday. 4 new hats. I got lifting gloves. I got Adidas gloves. The ones I want to talk to you guys first about is the Azzaro Solissimo. I don't know how to say it. Solarissimo or Solarissimo. I don't know how to say it. It's Azzaro Solarissimo, and this one is Lavanzo. And then I also have Maritima and Favignana. I don't know if he spelled that one right. Favigana. But it's the Azzaro Solarissimo line, and all 3 of them are under $20. I think you can find them for $15. I tried these the other day, and I cannot believe that I haven't tried these before, and I can't believe that these are $15. So the first one I'm going to try here is Lavanzo. All right, and again, I got these from Eddie. Oh my God, it's so good. So all 3 of these are going to be fresh fragrances by the Azzaro Solarissimo line. Can somebody type in the chat how that's spelled, just for anybody who's interested in these fragrances? It's Azzaro, Solarisamo, Solarissimo. So this one is, again, Lavanzo. There's 3 of them. All 3 of them are under $20. This is fresh. It's spicy. It's green, slightly warm. It's like a lemon mint tea. And then when you get to the dry down, you get a little bit more ginger. You get some cardamom, giving it that fresh spiciness. And then you get a little bit of a sweetness from the amberwood and tonka coming in. It's like a fresh, sweet, green mint tea with a woody muskiness to it. And it's really good. It's really nice. I mean, for the price, I mean, it's an unbeatable, just nice springtime fragrance. Yeah, I love Ulta test strips. They are the best test strips. Yeah, Lavanza, Maritimo, and Favignana. So that one, again, is their green version. It's the green. It's the mint, slightly herbal. There's like a basil touch to it as well. I'm not exactly sure if there is basil in it. I didn't look up any of the notes for them. I probably should have before this. So the next one is Maritime. So this is Azzaro Solerissimo Maritime. Oh my God, it's so good. So this one is Azzaro's take on the citrus aquatic salty fragrance. So you get lemon, you get sea salt, you get aquatics, you get watery notes for sure. Some lemon, a little bit of smoke, like a dry smokiness from vetiver, but it's very, very dialed back. And then I remember when I wore this the other day, I wore it out of the shower just so I could try it. There's cedar in this that comes through. It provides a nice bright woodiness. Honestly, these are fantastic. I mean, really good. Really, 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 really good for the price. So you got your green one. You got your fresh citrus aquatic. The only drawback to these, which I honestly expected, and you guys probably know where I'm going with this, all three of them last about 4 hours. But they're the type of fragrances that if you overspray and spray on clothes, you're good. So the last one and the third one in the line is, where the hell is it? Did I not bring it? Yeah, I did. Oh, wait, that's not it. Solerissimo Favignana. Yeah, Favignana. I don't know if I'm saying them right. I'm probably butchering the names. I don't care. I'm doing a review on these, but I'm picking up all three bottles first. They're really good. All right. This is the one that I wore first, and this is my favorite of the three. So this is like a citrus amber vanillic fragrance. There's a sweetness to it. There's also a citrus sweetness. So it's kind of like this. It's not that it doesn't smell like it. It has a citrus sweetness like you get in something like Edition Blanche, where you have that vanilla and that creaminess and that warmth and that sweetness, and then you have that citrus. It has that type of vibe, but then it has this amberiness and this ginger wood mixture as you get further into the fragrance. It has a nice, it's so good. This is so good. All three of these are amazing. This one lasts longer. This one's about 5 to 6 hours. So it's more on the fruity side. It has that creamy vanilla coming in. Again, some ginger to give it some effervescence. And then again, you get a little bit of aromatics and some woods in it. It's a really, really good fragrance. Azzaro Solerissimo line, fantastic. I mean, and I'm saying fantastic, like I wouldn't rate them like a 9.5 out of 10 or anything. But if we had to and grade them on a curve based on price, they would be. They would be a 9.5 out of 10 just based on the fact that it's $15. And Hansen, I haven't bought them yet, but I typed them in right before my live, and let me just see. They were $15. I just typed it into Google. Let's see. Azzaro Solerissimo Maritimo. Fragrance net, $23. Without the cap, it's $20. I did see the one was 15 somewhere else though. I think it was Amazon, but either way, $23 for a 4.2 ounce or a 3.4 ounce with the cap. You have to get that. I'm telling you, if you want some nice fresh fragrances that are great for the spring and summer, all three of these are going to be great. I mean, they hit different spots. So you get your citrus, you get your citrus aquatic, and then you get your kind of fruity, warm. It's a nice little mixture. If you're looking for something different for each occasion, they have all three. And they're really nice, and they're going to be additions to, they're one of the best cheapy lines that I've tried. And I'm so happy that you sent that to me, Eddie. Really, they are, I'm surprised that nobody's told me to buy these before. They're so good. Let's see what you guys are saying. T-Frag said that Favignana is his favorite as well. It's boozy, kind of gourmand. It does have that gourmand sweetness to it. It's because of that. It's kind of like how you have the Azzaro Most Wanted Parfum, and it has that ginger and that woods and that sweetness mixed together. It gives it almost that gourmand vibe, but it's not quite there. What do they come in? I don't know what size they come in. I didn't look them up. Let's see. What size are these? The bottles look big. 2.5 ounce. So 2.5 ounce for 23 bucks. And you get all three of them, 23 bucks each. I'm buying all three of them. I'm probably going to wait until the new releases come out and then buy them because it's not warm here. But either way, they're all really nice fragrances. Thank you so much, Eddie, for sending them to me. I'll review them as soon as I get a bottle. Anybody else say anything? Hold on, I need to view this. All right. I smell. You are not I smell. You are fake. Get out of my chat. Sorry, guys. I'm reporting him. I just need to go to his channel real quick. Yeah. So if you guys ever see somebody come into my chat that is I smell and he's saying something weird, it is somebody who is spamming and they created a fake account under I smell, and because the guy who actually owns the real account for I smell is, let's see, suicide, no, unwanted, commercial. I'll just do that. Promotes terrorism. All right. I reported him as promoting terrorism. So anyway, he's a fake. He created a spam account to try to make Mike look bad. But yeah, will the real I smell please stand up? So now let's get on to the next one. I was talking about these whenever Ross entered my live the other day, so I'm going to continue with them. This one here I talked about in my top 10 for 2023 video. This is Lattafa's Eternal Oud, which I was talking with you guys about it on my live right when Ross came on. And right when I smelled it, I knew what it was. It was a clone of Grand Soir, so we were speaking of Grand Soir. And this is Grand Soir, but if you don't have as good of a blend, it is a really nice clone. It has a really sick ass bottle. The bottle has like, it looks like a, here, I'll show you. Lattafa. Oh, we have 37 people in here. Hit that like button. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. Lattafa Eternal Oud. Oud. You know what's funny? When I first started doing these lives, and I would be sitting here talking to myself, talking to my phone, it was odd. I gotta say, it was very odd. I would sit here and I would talk and I would think I was talking to myself. But now that I'm 8 to 9 months into reviewing and about 4 months, 5 months into doing live streams, it's more normal. I actually feel like I'm talking to 37 people. We also have more comments than we used to. But with that said, I feel like I could continue this conversation for 24 hours. But anyway, Lattafa's Eternal Oud bottle. It has like a tree on top. Let's see if we can get a big picture of this. There we go. So there's a big tree on top. I think that looks really cool. It almost looks like a wine or a whiskey bottle or something. But it's actually really cool. But this is a clone of Grand Soir, which if you don't know, Grand Soir is my favorite amber fragrance. It's amber vanilla lavender. While this one is more amber vanilla lavender with a touch of woods. The woods is very dialed back and it's only more in the dry down. But if you're looking for something that is going to be a cheap option for Grand Soir, this does it. It just does it. If you're looking for if you know what Grand Soir smells like and you just want something that will get you damn close to it, then this is it. It does obviously have its nuances that are different and it's not as well of a blend, but you're sacrificing that blend because of the price. It's okay. But it doesn't have any of that arm off, like harshness in the opening or anything like that. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm buying it. Actually, I already bought it, but it's already on the way. The next one is the one that I was about to talk about on my live last time, but then I never fully got around to it. I don't know how I haven't tried this yet. Honestly, probably because I'm sick of Aventus clones. But All Her Remains L'Aventure, also sent to me by the man Eddie. Give a shout out to Eddie. One of the nicest guys I've ever met, to be honest with you. So I like this immediately better than Club de Nuit Intense Man. I haven't tried any of the Eau de Parfums X-Straight Parfums, limited edition Parfums. I only tried the original Club de Nuit Intense Man, so that's why I'm going off of this. L'Aventure, at least in the opening, is fruitier. It's more, or it's like a fruity citrus. You can tell there's not really a pineapple in this. It's more of the lemon bergamot mix. There's a muskiness in the background, almost like an ambery is what provides, like an amber mixture with that lemon and bergamot that provides almost this fruitiness, kind of like the Aventus pineapple. But if you're looking for something that gets you that woody, slightly white floral, but in the opening you get that more lemony bergamot citrus that you get with Creed Aventus, and then you get to the dry down, you get that woods, that musk, that amber. It's not going to get Aventus right away, but I can tell you this is going to get you close. It's going to make you smell good, and it doesn't have a harsh opening. L'Aventure is very nice. Yep, Uncle Ira, what's up? Sorry I didn't see your comment before, but now I did, and so welcome to the chat, and it is less harsh and less synthetic. So lemon, bergamot, woods, a little bit touch of like a jasmine or something like that. And then you get some ambery qualities to give it some sweetness, which is what they usually do to substitute for the really high quality notes you get in Creeds. But yeah, the next one is Offnon Supremacy in Oud. This is a clone of Initio's Oud for Greatness. So I've tried Oud for Glory by Latafa, I believe. It was good. This is better. So Supremacy and Oud is definitely worth a pickup if you're looking for something that doesn't have as much of that spicy oud that you get in the original Oud for Greatness. This is more of a sweet woodiness, and it comes more off as just a dark woods instead of that oud. It definitely has like a fresh spiciness. It has like a patchouli lavender mix to give it like an aromatic fresh spiciness. And then you obviously get some of that sweet saffron in there to provide that sweetness with that woodiness. And then you get some musks. The musk comes out and the woods come out heavier in the dry down, but in the opening you get that sweetness. It's really nice. It's almost like if you took Oud for Greatness and made it into a more wearable designer take on Initio's Oud for Greatness. That's my opinion. I still think Oud for Greatness is a slight bit better, but Supremacy and Oud to me is the more wearable. So in that case, I think it might be better in my opinion. Thanks for Eddie. I'd like to share my fragrances. I'll never go through them myself. Well, I'm glad, Eddie. I shared some of them right back with you. So I hope that you enjoyed those. Eddie sent me a bunch of fragrances, and then I sent him a few back. Then he sent me a full bottle, and then I sent him a full bottle back. And then he sent me a bunch of fragrances, and I sent him a bunch of fragrances back. I don't like to owe. I don't like to owe people or feel like, because anytime somebody sends me something, I always feel like I have to send something back just because that's the kind of person that I am. For the most part. I mean, there's certain situations, like if you're sending me one thing, probably not going to. But if you send me like 20 things, I'm probably going to send some stuff back. Thanks, dude, for answering my never-ending list of questions. I just got that comment right now. I don't know. It didn't show a comment the first time. Love the Eternal Oud bottle. Yeah, it's sick. I like it. I want to have that in my collection. It's got to be right in the centerfold. L'Aventure is less harsh and less than. Oh, I read that. Does it make me sound snobby if I say I'm just not into cologne fragrance? No. Detroit sports fan. I actually said that before. I said, I'm not huge into cologne fragrances. I'll review them for you guys. I would rather have the real thing, but I'm not one of those people that says I'm against it. I'm not going to say I don't like them. I'm just going to say if there's something that's $400 out there and I can buy a $30 cologne that gets it about 90% right, I'll buy it and wear it. But if there's like a fragrance out there, like let's say Dior Sauvage Elixir, and then there's 10 clones of it, you bet your ass I'm not picking up 10 clones of a fragrance that I already own. I'm just not going to do it unless you guys ask me to do it. But for the most part, you need clones of expensive fragrances or discontinued fragrances. I don't have any issues with that. So clone, people have just they want the real thing, and you don't want a lesser blend. I totally get it. But there are some clones out there that even do it better than some of the originals, or they give you more of a designer take on, like I just said, supremacy and oud. Some people don't want to wear oud for greatness out in public because they don't want, it's more of a personal enjoyment scent to some people. But if you wore supremacy and oud, it has more of a mass appeal to it. So that would be a point that you would be wearing that clone instead of the original, not only because of price, because of more of that wearability. So in my opinion, clones are good to a certain extent. I think they're way too mass produced now. With that said, there's too many. There's too many. Like now that the main like Arm Off and All Horror mains and stuff like that are out there, and now there's just so many. And so I'm not against clones. I'll buy the real thing, and I'll buy clones if I feel like it's a need at that point in time. I went a little bit of a tangent there for a second. Oh, and by the way, the reason I wanted to do my live solo tonight is because sometimes I like interacting with you guys more, and I feel like whenever I get people on my stream, I get less interaction. And I started my channel because I want to talk and I want to have more of a community set up. And I like bringing Ross on, I'll bring Alan on, I'll bring Jeff on, I'll bring Mike on, I'll bring whoever on. But with that said, tonight I just felt like it was good to go back to doing the solo. And then also when you guys get a solo, you also get a giveaway. So that's pretty much the way I was looking at it. Rainy, have you tried Dior Homme 2020? If so, what are your thoughts? Dior Homme 2020 is a good morning fragrance. It's not my favorite Dior. It's not my least favorite Dior. I think it's a good middle of the pack. I think they could build upon it. Outside of that, it's not one that I reach for, but it's not one that I wouldn't reach for. That's the way that I look at Dior Homme 2020. It's a nice morning fragrance. Wake me up, get me a nice little bit of a freshness. Doesn't have that iris in it, so it's a nice little change. But overall, it's not fantastic, but it's just a nice middle-of-the-road Dior fragrance, which Dior fragrance middle of the road is above average for most other fragrances. Does it make me, I just want to make sure I don't, if I ever repeat things, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure because I used to skip a lot of comments and I don't want to do that. Supremacy and oud is really balanced. Yes, I am enjoying the hell out of them. You're welcome. What's up, Jimmy and Randy? I hope that you get your decant, Jimmy and Randy. Hope that Fat Boy Fragrance gets that in very soon. I know that you were asking, and when you jumped onto the stream, I had to, before I forgot, I needed to make sure that I told you that he was getting it. What's the biggest draw to clones? Price, better than the original? It all depends. I guess the situation, it depends on what the situation is. If you're looking at something like a clone of Dior Sauvage Elixir, which at this point in time you can find on a lot of places for like 110, 120 bucks, which is like the average price of a designer going rate right now. Do you really want to go buy Lattafa Assad or Valor from the one that I just reviewed for 50, 60 bucks? And if you can get the original, sometimes, but Lattafa Assad has that vanilla in the dry down, which people seem to like more sometimes. That could be the case. If you try Lattafa Assad and you get a decant of it and you said, I actually enjoy that more, I'll buy it. Most of the time, clones are just because somebody likes that DNA. This is what I found. They like the DNA of Layton, and so they want to get everything that has to do with Layton just to get different takes on it so they can wear different things and not feel like they're wearing the same fragrance or price. So like if you buy Insurrection 2 Wild, it's a clone of Pure Havane. Pure Havane's $200 right now. You're not paying that for a designer fragrance. Insurrection 2 Wild will get you straight. So again, it's situational. It all depends. Like Red Tobacco from Mancera, it's 60 bucks sometimes on Aura Fragrance. Or you can get Paris Corners Wild and Tobacco for 40 bucks. Would you wear that over Red Tobacco? I personally would. And that was actually segueing into the next fragrance. I wanted to talk about this one more time. Amir Wild and Tobacco by Paris Corner. It is just a sweeter, almost fruitier take on the red tobacco. And so I like red tobacco. My wife doesn't like the heaviness of it and the woodiness from it. And so she enjoys wild and tobacco because it dials that down and gives it more of a sweet, almost fruitiness. And so that would be a case where I would actually buy a mere wild and tobacco over red tobacco, in my opinion. I know other people disagree with me, but it's just, I wear my fragrances for my wife. So that would be a case where I would wear that over it. So that would be, it's all situational, but for the most part, it has to do with price. Good point. I'm way behind. For those of, I know many people are into clones, which is great. More power to them. I say whatever flows through, but yeah, whatever. I mean, if you like it, you like it. I'm just never going to get so big into it that I'm talking about Mason Alhambra or Dua or Alexandria on a weekly basis. It's just, I'm not going to do that. You'll see a video like the one I just posted, top 10 clones of 2023. You'll see that like every few months, videos like that, but you're not going to see me reviewing clone after clone after clone after clone. It's just not going to happen. Did I gain weight? Hey, Mike from I Smell. You're not Mike from I Smell. Why don't you go fucking get a life, dude, dipshit? Let's see. Hold on. Go to channel. How many? I'm blocking this person. All right. I want to know who that is because he knew my name. And so he wasn't here in the beginning and he only came last stream. I only say my name like once, so he has to be somebody that we know. So it's somebody that has been in the fragrance community that you guys know. I don't know who it is, but it's somebody who's trolling, who shouldn't be trolling, and they are trolling. And so I wonder who it is. Because they're on specific live streams, like they were on TLTG's, they were on somebody else's. They're on specific live streams and they're saying things that they know already about. So it's somebody who's been in these lives before and they're taking the time out to do it. Is the opening? No, Hanson, it's not. The opening is beautiful. From the opening to the dry down, it is beautiful. It's sweet, it's woody, and not even sweet, it's not as woody. It's just a really nice overall fragrance. It leans heavier on the saffron and the sweetness. I just think wild and tobacco, to be honest with you, for my style, is better than red tobacco because I want a little bit more of a sweetness. And then it has that heavier tobacco than you get in red tobacco. I just think that it's a better fragrance overall. If you like more of like the sweeter, lighter, fruitier type fragrances, if you like that and you don't want that heavier, darker, deeper woodiness or that opening, you don't get that in this one. But it's really hard to find. I can't find it. Will the real Mike please stand up? Yep. Thanks, bro. Yeah, you told me last night while you were running like crazy on your treadmill. I wouldn't say running like crazy. It's just I have this I have asthma, but whenever I'm on a treadmill, especially if I don't know that people are going to make me go on a treadmill, I breathe out of my mouth. I'm a mouth breather. I like feel like I'm in Stranger Things right now. And so I always told Ross, I don't want to do a treadmill live, but yeah, I was running on my damn treadmill and I didn't like that. Bro, it's crazy how people have the time to just be bastards. I honestly don't care. Nobody can bug me. I mean, nobody can bug me. There's nothing that really will bug me. Nothing that you guys can say in the chat that will make me mad. It's not going to happen. The only people that could really make me mad in this chat know who they are. If they said something, they know who they are. Some loser with too much free time, apparently. Think nothing of them. You know, we got your back. Anyone tried Montag? No, I haven't, CJ. Sorry. I own a 2020 batch of Creed Aventus, and I'm not saying I like all clones, but some of them are better than the bottle ads. So I don't know much about batches. I said that with the Creeds, I don't know much about them. I do know that the company Zohar Aroma just sent me their fragrance and oil of the older batch. They made a clone of the older batch of the Fruity Aventus, and it's fire. It's better than the Aventus that I have. So I would definitely try that out if you can. Again, it's Zohar Aroma. They have a really nice, I can't remember, I think it's called Napoleon is the fragrance. But yeah, Creed Aventus's new batches, since I've actually tried them, which was 2020, 2021, 2022, they're not very good. I mean, they smell okay and they're not bad, but they're just not what, at least what I was expecting. I like Aventus Cologne better. I just sprayed on Insurrection 2 Wild, and damn, it's so good. Yeah, it's so good. Insurrection 2 Wild is definitely really good. By the way, if you guys really like my channel, can you make my daughter happy? I posted something in my community tab. She made these Eaton Park cookies. They were make your own Eaton Park cookies, and she wanted you guys to vote on which one was your favorite. So after this video, can you just go to my community tab, make my daughter happy, and just tell her which one, vote on which one you think is her best design cookie. She just wants, she wanted me to do it. She was like pleading me to do it, so I posted it. Yeah. My two newer Creed clones threw me off with the batch codes since they recently updated their formatting. I know that they got the new metal cap. I don't know anything else about what else they do. I wouldn't say that much, Mo. she was messing around with them, but that one on the top left, she put a lot of work into the one on the top left. And Alan, thank you. I did see you voted. Thank you, Sun Devil. Mo is I Smell 2.0 Scooby-Doo mystery. I know it's not Mo because I know that the I Smell person, and I know you're joking, but the I Smell perpetrator was on a channel that I know that Mo doesn't watch. Yeah, Denial. Okay, let's see if we have any other fragrances here. My hand red? Yeah, I'm cold. I came up here tonight because I'm only doing an hour live and I have to go running after. But with that said, I want to give some of these fragrances away. I just want to make sure I don't have any other ones to talk to you guys. Oh, yeah, I do. The last one I already talked about. It leaked on my hand. It is Barouge Perlador. I just got it on my lip. Barouge Perlador. Barouge is the company name, and Perlador is the name of the fragrance. It is a clone of Carlisle. And so Barouge Perlador is a powdery, musky amber fragrance. It is slightly smoky. In the opening 5 minutes, it doesn't really smell like Carlisle. It still smells good. It's a little bit synthetic, but after about 5 minutes, it calms down. And I said in my video, I took my hoodie off to go to the gym. And as I was taking my hoodie off, I had sprayed it on my shirt. There he is again, you son of a bitch. You think that you're going to get to me. Like, honestly, you don't bug me at all, dude. You're just wasting your time. It's like you're just giving my channel more comments. So you're actually helping me out. So keep commenting all you want. It helps me out, man. So with that said, we were sitting here talking about the fragrance. Oh, I was about to go to the gym. Sorry, the dickhead kind of made me go off track for a second. I was taking my hoodie off, going onto my treadmill. And with that said, I was taking my hoodie off and I just said that fucking 5 times. And I smelled it and I was like, yeah, that's Carlisle. It smelled almost exactly like Carlisle. And again, it was about 5 to 10 minutes after I had sprayed it. Again, it's violet heavy, especially in the opening. But as it calms down, it gets to that sweetness, that woodiness, that violet, that powderiness, the amber, the little bit of leather, the woods. It's really nice. It does come very close to Carlisle. No clone is going to be 100%, but this one does it very nicely. It's definitely worth a pickup if you don't want to spend the $200 on Carlisle, $220 or whatever it is. But Jimmy, you guys don't even have to. Bilbo Fraggins, this is the first time you've been in my channel. Welcome. Now you're gonna mess with me because of that one thing I said on Danim's channel. But yeah, Bilbo, I'm happy to have you here. I haven't seen you here, so having you on my channel means that I'm doing something right. So I appreciate that, man. But yeah, Jimmy and Randy, you don't have to bother with that I smell clown. He's just, I mean, he's spending the time to come to my channel to comment and spend his, what has it been, an hour and 5 minutes now, being on my channel. And so, I mean, if he's putting that much time into it, he probably likes my channel. He's just trying to be a dick. I honestly don't know. Yeah, while you're here, go ahead and hit that like button. Is Zoha Aroma a newer house? CJ, they are a inspired by house out of Canada. They have a 60 mil Adventus cologne for $50, $55, and then also they gave me a code you can use. It doesn't, I don't get paid for this or anything. It's Zoha 15. So you get 15% off that, which would be another $7.50 off that. So what is that? $48. And I have the oil, and it smells bomb. It is a fruity Aventus cologne. They also have latent and side effect and stuff like that. They're just an inspired by house, and they last pretty long. The ones that they sent me were Ombre Nomade clone, Sauvage Elixir clone, Bitter Peach clone, which is almost perfect. But yeah, Zoha Aroma is really good. No, he's just messing with me. Bilbo Fraggins, you and Randy Dunn has a disagreement already, but you still went out of your way last night to hit him up in Ross's live stream. Oh, he's just messing around. At least I think he's messing around. Bilbo Fraggins was on Danim's channel, and I said something like, Bilbo's a troll or something like that, just joking around. And I'm pretty sure he's joking. If he's not joking, then sorry, Bilbo. I'm all about fun and love. It's all that's what my stuff's about. Fun and love. Dude's channel got it all, fun facts, drama, mystery stories, bloopers, all that stuff. Yeah. Speaking of bloopers, somebody wanted me to post a blooper reel because I did that before, but I posted it on my shorts because I only had like 5 or 6 bloopers. Just to that person, I am saving up all of my bloopers from any time that I do a video, and I'm creating, and it won't be out for a few months, I'm creating a full video of bloopers. So like a 10-minute video of bloopers. I smells back. Hey, don't even delete his comment. Don't delete his comment. Let him stay here. Let him comment. Let him do whatever he wants to do, because I honestly don't know what the guy's deal is. If you have nothing but hate in your heart, man, then you need to check yourself, because I'm just talking about fragrances. And I mean, I don't care what you say. I have a wife and I have a daughter, and there's nothing that you can really do to say that would bug me, to be honest with you. I mean, I already told everybody why I gained weight, because I broke my leg and I'm running to get it back. That's pretty much it. I honestly don't care. I can't see his comments. Oh, he keeps saying something like, you don't have a treadmill, or you're fat, or something like that, and I don't really care. And I'm just like, it's kind of like if somebody said to Alan the same thing. Alan would be like, and like, what the fuck do you? I don't care. I mean, we're from Pittsburgh. If you're from Pittsburgh, you kind of need to have a personality. We love you, Randy. Fuck that guy. Yeah, I honestly don't care. It doesn't bug me at all. Even though the people who usually say it doesn't bug them usually does bug them. But yeah, I knew Bilbo. I knew you weren't fighting with me. Bilbo's a really good guy. I see him everywhere. I've always seen him everywhere, but I've never really talked to him. Well, I mean, can't really talk to Bilbo. But yeah, it was funny. The first time that I saw him on a channel, somebody was like, "What does that even mean?" I'm like, "How old are you that you don't know what a Bilbo is?" I mean, Bilbo Fraggins is kind of like, it should be in like the history and lore of movies nowadays. Randy struggles with his stamina during intense workouts. That's not what your wife told me last night. It's probably chaos. Yeah, funny. That actually would that would work. That would work if it was Chaos, but no, Chaos doesn't know enough about me to be in this chat. So it's somebody that we know or somebody that I blocked. But it also has to be somebody that Mike from I Smell knows and that he blocked, because I just texted Mike and Mike is actually going to be coming into the chat any second. So yeah. The way that you say his name is hilarious. Wait, who? Who are we talking about? Chaos. You're talking about Chaos? Oh, that would be funny if it was DX, but I don't think DX has an issue with me. I mean, I shouted him out on my channel. Dude's steady and pitifully just looking for whatever clout he can get. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm not really worried about it anymore. Let's just do a giveaway. I mean, let's see. Randy, try to limit your daughter's food portions. Okay, no, you're a fucking dick. You're talking about a kid now. You're talking about a kid. If I could reach now... All right, I'm blocking that motherfucker. All right. You don't talk about somebody's daughter. If I could reach through the phone and blast somebody in the face right now, I would. I mean, if that guy can come back on here and give me his address, I don't care how big or ugly or weird or whatever weapons you have, I will fucking kill you. Not even kidding. But anyway, let's get into this giveaway. Happy! So, let me put on Wheel of Names. That was the one thing that I was saying to you guys. If somebody put something in, there's only one way to really piss me off. And that's that they got it. Wheel of Names. All right. So we're going to do a giveaway here. I'm going to give you guys 5 decants. I'll send them out in a couple days. You have to... So if you want any giveaways from the December 1st until now, you cannot enter your name into this. Again, it's 5 decants. Just put your name in the chat. Just say, no, don't put your name. Just say, I'm in, and then you'll be able to win 5 decants. So just say, I'm in. I'm fucking freezing. Detroit. Dylan, Luke, Sun Devil. Oh, hello, Gloria. How are you? Gloria CJ. Gloria CJ. Sorry if I put my hand. I'm trying to go through this chat. No, Mo, you're out for one more. Alan. Silver Shadow. And who else do we got? Eid. I'll just put Eid. Aleem. Just an FYI, if you're going to enter this giveaway, you do have to be a subscriber for 1 month on my channel. Just for, I mean, I figured that most people knew that, but and Alan, you're not actually allowed in this one. You already won my giveaway. Not that, and you're a reviewer. That was another thing. We talked about that in our last live. All of my subs said that they don't want to have reviewers winning giveaways anymore, because I had 3 reviewers win in the last like 8 months. or 8 weeks. All right. Did I miss anybody? Uncle Rero, Eid, Silver Shadow, Mo. Okay. Hez, did you? Okay. All right, good. Good luck, everyone. Time to spin the wheel. And the winner is Detroit Sports Fan. Congratulations, Detroit Sports Fan. Just an FYI, Detroit. Congratulations. I like, if you have Instagram, just to send me an Instagram message. If you don't have Instagram, email me. The email is in the comment. I would be happy to send it to you. Just send me your address, and then I'll send them out to you. But talking about someone's child is crossing the line way too far. Yes, I 100% agree. You know what's crazy though, is that I already blocked 2 of their accounts since this live started. So that was actually the 3rd account that person had as I Smell. So I need to tell Mike that person keeps coming in. But with that said, congratulations for all of you guys who do not know and you are new. I know Detroit Sports Fan. I don't even have to look up your account. You've been on my lives for a while. And I do live giveaways almost every Sunday. If I have people in the live with me, I usually don't do the giveaways because it's kind of hard to do a giveaway with people on it. With that said, I do live giveaways sometimes. I did 2 full bottles last 2 weeks. And so, yeah, just make sure that you're subscribed, that you have your stuff all hit up. Let's just not let any stupid people get on my nerves anymore. People should know better than to talk about a kid, even if you are trying to troll. With that said, I appreciate you guys having 40 people in here. Yeah, you can send an email. No, Detroit Sports Fan, you just email me. My email is in every one of my video descriptions. You should know that. You've been in my lives long enough. I say it every freaking live, bro. But I'll send that out. And I usually go to the mailbox on Mondays, but tomorrow I am not because I have to take my daughter to the dentist. So with that said, again, I appreciate you guys all coming. I'm going to go run now. My feet are almost frozen, so I need to get warmed up here. I've done about an hour and 17 minutes. Make sure to go like on my daughter's cookies. Tell her which one that she liked. With that said, which one that you guys like the most. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I hope that you guys have a great week. And maybe we'll get a live in sometime later this week. I have a video for Blue Atlas Atlantis coming out tomorrow or Tuesday. And then look out for more. I don't even know what else I'm making. So, again, I love everybody. Thank you guys so much for being the best subscribers out there. And I'll see you next time. Peace.